Funny story. You remember when we were in college at UT, and we were I think in your dorm room, because you lived in what was called Andy Holt at the time, and we were sitting on the couch, and I was feeding you an apple. I had an apple, and I had a knife, and I was peeling the apple, and I was feeding you the apple, but you were watching something that was on television, and so one of the apples, you know how you peel it, boop, and it kind of flew. And I kind of reached down and picked it up at the time. And your friend Mike was in the room. And it was me, you, and Mike. And I picked the apple up off the floor, not with the intentions of feeding you the apple, but I was joking with Mike. And I put the apple in front of you. And you reached out and you grabbed it and you ate it before I knew it. And then Mike just kind of bust out laughing, you kind of turned around and looked, and you were like, "Did you pick that apple up off the floor?" What happened is,
because I looked at Mike, and I'm like, and he had the look on his face, and then I'm like, "What'd you do?" And then it just came to me. Did you just pick that apple off the floor?
I said, I picked the apple up off the floor, but you asked me, did I feed you the apple? Technically, I did not feed you the apple. I held the apple up and you reached out and you grabbed the apple. And just so happened that you ate the apple. So with that being said, today we're going to be talking about lying, liars, and deception. So that would probably fit more along the line, I guess, of trying to deceive you. I guess. I don't know. What do you think?
Me and Mike had a conversation about that later, just so you know. But anyway,
no, I didn't know. So did you feel deceived?
Yes, I felt deceived, but I got past it. And
yeah, look at you, still strong and healthy.
Right, and I married you.
Anyway. So do you feel like me not telling you what I did, is that the same thing as lying to you or being deceptive?
Well, okay. Lying and it's all in the category of lying. But, when it comes to lying and deceiving, it's a lot of gray areas. And there's a lot of gray areas in lying. But technically it was a lie or a deception.
How do you usually react when you figure out someone's been lying to you or trying to intentionally deceive you? How do you think you usually react when you find out? Because I'm trying to remember, how did you react? I don't think you were upset because I don't think you thought it was intentional, but say I'd been angry with you and I did it.
That wasn't a big deal. I mean,
eating off the floor, feeding you food off the floor wasn't a big deal.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't a big deal. It put it like this: it was probably more of a big deal then than now.
I don't remember you making a big deal out of it, though.
No, I had a conversation with my friend about it, but.
Oh, how did that conversation go? I mean, what are you talking about?
Well, it was real quick, but I was like, man, if she would do something like that, I don't know if I can trust her. and he was like, dude, it wasn't a big deal. You did reach out and grab the apple, and she was just joking with you, and it just kind of happened. So, it ended up not being a big deal. But how I react when people lie to me. I'm usually surprised because unless they're lying pretty good, people usually don't lie. People usually don't lie to me because...
Well, people have lied to you. There are statistics that say that, one really interesting one is that 60% of people can't go 10 minutes without lying. There's a study out there that shows that. I'm like, 60% of people... And 10 minutes.
And I can believe that because also, too, remember now, a lie is an exaggeration also. I caught a fish.
So they'll take that lie, for example. So, I mean, how does that fit into, like, with your friends when somebody's always lying? If they exaggerate everything, I caught a fish this big or I did this, I'm so great, I did that, everything is...
But the fun thing about that is we don't consider exaggerations as really lying. And you think about, I met her, man, and she was just digging on me and hey, when the truth of the matter was, is, she didn't know you exist.
So do you think there are any situations where it's good to lie?
Any situations where it's good to lie? There are situations
Apparently
when
you do.
Well, and yes, and most husbands and most husbands would probably agree with me when the wife says, "Do I look fat in this dress?"
I would
Baby,
never
you look
ask
fine.
you that, though. Wait a minute. So you so are you saying that's lying? So in your mind, your wife really does look fat in this dress, and so I mean, so you're just saying, "Baby, you look fine."
No. Here's the deal. Here's the deal with something like that. Now, of course, this has never happened with you. The thing is this. He says, "Yeah, you do look fat in that dress." Okay, now you're in a whole nother area. Now you open a can of worms, and what you mean? It's like, woo.
So you do feel like there's situations where it's good to lie. Have I ever asked you a question like that where you felt like you had to lie? I usually don't ask you how I look in something. I usually don't. You will look at me and say, "How do I look?" I usually don't look at you and say, "How do I look?"
Right. And now here's the thing about it is, and maybe it's just with me and you, if there's something.
So you've been lying to me about how I look?
No, not at all. I think you're a beautiful woman. If you're just talking about looks now, if you're wearing something and something is off or something don't look right, I mean, I'm going to say something about it.
You will. If I have on something and if it's remotely see-through,
right. I'm going to say something about it. Or if I think it's too tight.
Or you'll guide me to the light and you're like, so you going to put something on up under that? Yeah, whatever.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be truthful. If I'm not going to deceive you in that way. Say, "Oh, you look fine when you got on No, I'm just saying, if you're wearing something that's very unflattering.
So you'll tell me? Yes. So apparently I must not ever worn anything unflattering, because I don't think you've ever told me other than something when I'm having on something you think it's a little see-through.
Well, or you got on something that I think is a little too tight. I've told you that before. Yes, I told you that before. And actually that didn't go very well for me, but I remember. Because I remember because I hardly ever say anything like that. But no. There was an occasion. There was an occasion, and I thought the pants were a little too tight, and I said it was. What do you mean?
Oh, come on! I don't even remember that. I think this is one of them exaggerations. I just
we
don't.
were in our bathroom.
We must have been.
We were getting ready to go somewhere. You was putting on some jeans. We were in this house.
Women can't wear jeans that's too tight. You got to jump in the jeans. You supposed to. That's where you wear them. And I probably didn't change them no way. I probably didn't.
Yes, you did. See, I'm just...
let's just switch gears. Because I don't remember any of that. But anyway, so how do we deal with our kids when they're lying to us? Do you think that?
Oh, they lie to us all the time.
I don't think they do. I don't think our kids lie to us a lot.
Well, put it like this: they don't lie to us much now, but when they were younger,
we must have grew up we were parenting some different children.
No. I mean,
I don't think our kids lied a lot, though.
They said some things that were not totally true.
That's probably it. But one of the things I know we've always expressed upon them or told them that if they lie to us, then we can't help them. We're not the enemy.
Well, we told them if we don't know what the problem is,
we can't fix it, because we're the fixers, and we can't fix it if you're lying to us. So
and I would say that nothing egregious. They just didn't tell us everything. And we either found out later, or we found out that they downplayed something or exaggerated something. That's what I mean. It wasn't the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. That's what I'm talking about. For the most part, the kids and with us, we pretty much stay on.
Well, statistics do show that teenagers and young adults, they lie more than, anybody with their, oh God, mama, oh God, everything is, oh God, oh my goodness, that drives me nuts. Oh God, oh God. And just lying through your teeth. Some of the things I've seen, if I go back to being an administrator, is when parents come in and mom has talked to them and told them, hey, don't have me going up here acting a fool, and I get in here and I found out you lied, and I have to tell them, Mama, you don't believe everything they tell you about me. I won't believe everything they tell me about you, because I'm quite sure. And I tell the kids, now when I bring your mom up here, she ain't gonna leave here mad at me. She ain't gonna be mad at me. She gonna be mad at you, and she gonna whoop yo. She ain't gonna whoop me, So because we tend to want to believe our kids. When they tell us something, we take them at their word. We're like, okay, and especially if I've asked you, is there anything else I need to know?
But see, I think that's a difference with even though our kids pretty much told us the truth about a lot of stuff. I didn't trust them jokers. I'll be honest with you. I didn't trust them jokers because they were kids.
And kids want what they want. And they'll say what they got to say and do what they got to do to get what they want.
Right. Kids lie. They lie. And the stories you told me about parents come up there, oh, my child wouldn't do that. And then y'all break out the video.
Man, I'm like, look, wait a minute. Okay, there she is. That's you, right? That's you coming out the room, right? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Here she come. Oh, that's one. That's you coming out the bathroom. That's you coming out the bathroom. Oh, and what time is it? Oh, so you were in class at 5? Well, this says otherwise, and then parents are like.
And then the parent sitting there with egg on their face, like, you told me. Yeah. So hearing those stories, I like, children.
They lie, and there's another study out that says that on average, most Americans tell 11 lies per week.
So what were your 11 lies this week?
I was trying to think, what have been my 11 lies this week or my exaggerations?
Well, I got one for you. Do you lie to your friends or exaggerate the truth?
Define friend. I mean, it just depends on who it is. I mean, I'm quite sure that there are some things that I may say that I have embellished a little bit and don't think it. But when I think about telling lies, I think I run them through a filter of okay, is the lie, is it hurtful? I do. I kind of like. See, I don't have a good memory, so I tend not to lie, especially when you get older at this age, because I can't remember the lie. And so there's no sense in lying at this age anyway. So I usually don't tell the lie. I usually don't lie at this age, but
and I do agree with that in the sense that I'm too old to be trying to remember the lie I told.
It's just gonna tell the truth.
Yes, I ate it.
Yeah,
it was me.
So over your lifetime, have you ever remember telling any lies that you really regret? That you or a big lie that you confessed about? Hey, I lied, or I tried to cover this up.
When I think about it, there's probably one or two lies that I regret in my lifetime, and those were. Or lies me telling my mom, telling her that I wasn't with them. I didn't do anything.
When that's the number one. I didn't do anything.
And I did, And the thing about it is that I believe that she knew I was lying. But she let me have it.
That's another thing too. Sometimes people lie and you just like, hey, I'm just gonna let you have that lie. Right. I'm just gonna let you have it. Because sometimes people lie when, like I say, you lie when the truth will do. You ain't even got to lie in this situation. You lying when the truth will do.
Exactly. But
So do you think a liar can change into an honest person? Or once a liar, you always a liar?
Well, I don't believe once you're a liar, you're always a liar. Because
I think how often you lie. Some people can't help themselves. They lie about everything. Just simple lies. Like I'm saying, you lie when the truth to do.
It just depends on what it's about, because people will
lies you tolerate.
Well, yes, and like for example, I was out there, man. I hit a triple double. Things that you tolerate certain exaggerations, but things that are damaging and hurtful. Those things. People don't tend to tolerate at all.
So what do you think are some of the effects that lies have on relationships? Let's dig a little deep and think about something we've done. I think recently we had some a money thing where I think you gave me a set amount of money to pay off a bill, and I ended up, I think about 20% of that money went towards something else. And I think you were kind of upset about it.
Well, I was upset about it because I'm going by what you say. Say you say, okay.
Even though it just didn't go, it went toward another bill. It just didn't go, all of it didn't go toward where I said it was going to go.
Right. So if you say to me, this amount is for A, this amount for B, this amount for C, I'm expecting it to go just like you said. But if you change those amounts, and even if you took some of that and you say, okay, I'm going to put it on D, I don't like that because but it still went toward the bill. That's not what we agreed to. It just went
toward a different bill because at the time it needed to go toward a different bill.
But it's not what we agreed to. But you've been messing around with me for 40 years, and you know that I'm literal. And that is,
you're not that literal with me. That's a lie. That's just a lie.
Well,
you are not that literal. Just today there was supposed to be a certain amount of money put into the savings account, and it was a little short. And you told me because, I didn't have this, I didn't have that, so I took this and off that. So I mean, you can't expect me to be perfect and do exactly, and then when it comes to you. So what was the difference between me doing what I did and you doing what you did?
I didn't tell you I was going to do that. No, I did not.
You did that.
No. No.
Okay.
When did I say I was going to put X amount of dollars in whatever account?
You never said that, but you told me. But you told me that there would be X amount of dollars available, is what you said.
And it's still available.
It was a little short, and I asked you why was it short, and you told me why it was short today.
And it's still available.
Okay, that's a deception. But anyway,
it's still available.
So anyway, and you told me that over the phone, and there's another stat that people lie more often on the phone than face to face. So now we face to face, and you got the truth out. So the truth is now you want to tell the truth.
What? The money's still available? What are you talking about?
It wasn't available all in at one time. So see, now you're being deceptive because now you're saying the money's still available. See, this conversation could go on and on and on, but that's okay. Okay, so that's okay though, because we got to be real. And, and even if lying isn't eligible for some, you never want to make that choice to tell a lie. So, we just don't want to tell a lie that we can't recover from. And I tell it to the kids, you're going to make mistakes, just don't make ones you can't. It's too hard to recover from. And it damages a relationship. So
I think lies become damaging is when they erode the trust in a relationship. I mean, take what we were just talking about. Do you truly believe that this little bit that I held back, that I wouldn't give it?
So do you truly believe if this little bit that I put over here on this bill is not helping us?
I didn't say that had nothing to do with helping.
But you just said I didn't do what I said I was going to do, so I was being deceptive.
I didn't say I admit that I may have been deceptive. I'm just simply saying that, it wasn't a big deal. No. Right now we're talking about, you're talking about white lies and so on. I'm just simply saying is that you try not to lie in the sense that it will, erode the trust in the relationship. Because
absolutely, and it's
if
not
push comes to shove,
reversible. I got you.
Right. If push comes to shove, I know you got my back. You should know. I got your back, and that's the way it goes.
Well, good.
We made up. see, we made up.
Yeah, because you know what? Because happiness is a choice.
Yes, happiness is a choice, and don't break your promises.
And be the reason someone smiles today.
Oh yes, please.
And if you can't do that, that don't work for you anyway.
I made her smile.
Love and hair grease. There you go.